right, Shalom. I want to start off as always, man, by giving all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Racha HaKodash, double honors unto the apostles, the elders, and the bishops of Great Millstone. I want to send much love unto the brothers out there doing this work in truth and sincerity. And also, I want to send peace and blessings unto the believers of the hopeful elect. And in this open forum lesson, man, I just want to cover a few current events and topics that has been taking place here recently in the news, man. Just giving a quick update. And I'm sure that some of you brothers and sisters out there may be aware of these things. But if not, you'll get the chance to see the information here, man. But it's a lot happening, okay? It's a lot happening in the earth right now, man. And we all should be excited seeing that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai is at work and that prophecy is manifesting itself, okay? I was at work today, man. I was excited, kind of hard, trying to contain myself, just ready to get home, just to get into this information, man, okay? These are things that we have been, praying for, asking for, right? It's for attention to increase amongst these nations so that eventually the war of Armageddon can take place. Now, we do understand that the MOTB has to come first, right? And, other things going to happen. But we understand, according to prophecy, that this final war is going to bring the destruction that the Holy Bible speaks of. And so I just want to cover a few things here, man, all right? I got about, 5 videos. Okay, I'm trying to get through them here pretty fast. I'm not going to play the whole thing. Just portion of these videos, highlight a few points, and then I'll close out, man. All right, so first thing here that I have, man, this is a video from CNBC, Awaz. And as you can see, it says, Putin sends warships, nuclear bombers near English Channel to spook the UK. Now, if you didn't know, or at least you should know, that the situation with Ukraine and Russia is really between NATO and Russia, all right? And you're going to add America to that because she is a part of NATO, all right? She is the spearhead of NATO. And they're using Ukraine pretty much as a crash dummy, all right, as a sacrifice to fight against the Russians. And Putin knows this, all right? They know that NATO and America is behind this. But most of the world don't understand that, okay? They think Putin just this crazy, tyrannical individual, which I'm not saying that he's a righteous person, but he is defending his interests, okay? He know that if Ukraine were to join NATO, that he will really have NATO truly in his backyard. So he ain't going for that, okay? So I'll play this video here, excuse me, and then I'll move on to my next information, all right? So here we go. Well, that is not the narrative in the mainstream media. According to the mainstream media over here, in the West, they're saying that Ukraine is they're defeating Russia, and that Vladimir Putin and his troops are withdrawing themselves from Ukraine, and how President Zelensky, he's on his offensive right now, and Russia don't know what to do with them. Right? This is a narrative that's being pushed. But if you know anything, man, if you know better, right? If you have a brain, you know good and damn well that Ukraine is not winning this war. Even Donald Trump said it. He said that it is. He says about 500,000 of Ukrainians have been unalived by the Russians. One thing about Trump, man, he gonna talk his noise, but he gonna tell the truth too. They know that Ukraine is losing that war bad. All right, and this is why NATO and America are getting pretty desperate, and damn near sending their own troops into their country. All right, but they can't just go out and send their troops in American gear and NATO gear. They have to dress them up as Ukrainian soldiers, right? These are facts. But they're losing, man. And so they're getting very desperate. Okay, they're trying to get old boy Zelensky to, you know, join NATO, right? Sign it, sign that little deal with them. And if that happened, oh boy, it's gonna get greasy real fast. Okay. So here we go. Right, real quick. If you remember, just the other day, Putin said that if Ukraine uses long range missiles to shoot off into Russia, he said NATO made missiles. He said there will be a clear sign that NATO is in direct war with Russia. And Putin said he will respond. A few months back, he said what? That he could really wipe out NATO countries if he wanted to. He said it live on TV. He said, look, I can do it if I wanted to. I can just wipe you out. But everybody just downplayed his threats because, oh, he's just talking. Okay. Keep thinking this shit is sweet, man. The Most High God Yahweh, all right. He is the master director. Okay. Don't let Western media fool you. CNN and all these different things. Don't let these people fool you, man. They respect Russia, bro. Okay. America, NATO, they respect them, bro. And they know that if it get really greasy between them, nuclear missiles will fly. They know that shit, dog. Matter of fact, even Joe Biden said it. He said if we get into direct, war with Russia, it will be World War III. He said it live on TV. So as the world is wrapped up in their folly, doing what they do, the Most High God Yahweh is at work. He's making moves. He's putting thoughts into the minds of these different kings, these different nations, man, to make certain moves that are going to lead to ultimately what? Armageddon, man. So this is a beautiful thing that we're seeing, all right? Very beautiful. So here we go. This is a loser, okay? He's bought and paid for. Russia did try to make a peace agreement with Ukraine. Guess who told old boy Zelensky not to sign that deal? It was NATO. In particular, I think it was Boris Johnson, the former prime minister of Britain, I believe. If I am mistaken, he got on TV and said that. But also, another guy came and said it too, that Ukraine will be not signing a peace agreement with Russia. So there was a direct message to Russia saying, hey, look, we don't want no peace with you. They want war. And really, it's the Most High God who wants war. Okay? Things is happening here, little and little, little by little. Things are happening, man. And tensions are increasing. All right? So, hey, look, man, this is a good thing. Okay? This is a good thing, and we should be elated. All right? Right now, I got my special juice in my cup. I feel good. Okay? Let's go. I just said this. I just said that old boy Putin, and in so many words, that hey, look, if they approve of the missiles being used, you are in direct conflict with Russia. So hey, man, I hope and pray like hell that they give the okay, man, and let old boy Zelensky shoot the missiles on Russia, man, so Russia can really flex his muscles. And Russia might take Ukraine in 2 months. They do that shit. They might take that shit less than a month because they're gonna bomb the hell out of Ukraine. Okay. Do I have it now? Okay, I have it now. What the hell? I've been going for 15 minutes, no audio. Oh wow. Oh wow. But bro, I clicked this thing, but this thing was working. But I guess I clicked something else and it stopped working. So it went back out. What the bro? What is this, bro? Uh, what the hell is going on, bro? What is going on? Let me try to leave it right there so I can watch the audio. Well, at least I can see the thing moving here. So the water for that. The water, man. I'm just talking away over here. I'm thinking I'm talking. Okay. So let me see here, man. I was saying that Putin, okay, oh, but Putin, he said in so many words here, I'll go back. Lord willing, y'all heard me, but what the hell, man? Okay, it's an audio mute. The audio mute when he's speaking. What the hell? Okay, so let me see here. Share screen. I had the audio on. Hold up. Entire screen. Audio on. Okay. Salakia, man. So I should be good now. I don't see my thing moving though. Yeah, bro. I should be good to go. Yeah. What the hell, man? Slakia. Okay. I don't know what's going on, man. I never had these troubles before, but whatever. Whatever, man. I'm gonna try to play on. Lord willing, things go okay. If not, I'll just do it in the morning. Hopefully Satan be gone by then. He gonna mess somebody else, man. Um, so yeah. But you can go watch this video, man. Okay. Um, it's on make sure that you guys can see it. Hope you can see it. Yeah, I don't see my thing moving anymore. Okay, yeah. So you can go watch this video on this. Try to put it on the Chrome tab instead. Yeah. Hey, bro. Yeah, bro, it's cool, bro. It's cool. I'm trying to move on through this thing, bro. Hopefully it's okay. Um, hopefully it's okay. Y'all still can hear me, right? Can you hear me still? Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So low this thing be okay, man. But moving on here to my next video, man. All right, this is let me Okay, so let me go to yeah. Right, so my next video here, some Jason A, and I can see my screen on my phone now, so to make sure that y'all can see the title here of this video. World War III has begun. So this is from Jason A page. All right. This is a situation that's going on between Israel and Hezbollah, who is a proxy for Iran. So pretty much Iran is using them, as a weapon against Israel. But Israel at this moment is whooping Hamas behind, some special, okay? And Iran to do something, bro. As the elder brothers was going into earlier on their live, the World War III algo, Iran got to do something, bro. Like, bro, like do something, bro. Okay. But I'm gonna play this video, man, so you can see what's going on. All right, it is all hell breaking loose, man, over in the Middle East, bro. Okay. So here we go.
We are on the main highway. As you can see, people leaving southern Lebanon. There is a mass exodus. You look to your right, you look to your left, smoke. These are Israeli airstrikes.
Israel has launched a barrage of airstrikes across Lebanon, and they've killed more than 490 people and hurt more than 1,000 others. This was the deadliest day of conflict in Lebanon since 2006.
Fearing an outbreak of a larger regional conflict, the Pentagon says it will send additional U.S. troops to the Middle East. Israel says its warplanes struck 1,300 Hezbollah targets, attacking what it says are caches of weapons, including rockets and drones. The IDF claims the weapons are inside residential buildings embedded among civilians. Lebanon's health ministry says 90 women and children were among those killed.
Say Israeli strikes killed nearly 500 people today, including nearly 36 children, and left more than 1,600 wounded.
This is a dramatic escalation. Will this spill into a full-on regional war, a full-on ground war? I think that depends on what Hezbollah does over the next several days. But we're certainly seeing an escalation here, and a war between Hezbollah and Israel is underway, without a doubt.
Understand that the people backing Hezbollah are, in fact, the Iranians. So this is a fight between good and evil, and between Israel and Iran.
You heard that, nigga? You heard that, devil? This is a fight between good and evil, between Israel and Iran. So I'm guessing that the small hats are the good people and that Iran is the evil people, right? This is a narrative that they push out in media, man. And people eat this stuff up. Like, bro, just look at this dude, bro. He like he's fresh off a off a blood sacrifice, man. And got on TV, okay? You devils got some damn nerves, man. But guess what? That's the narrative. That the small hats, they are the righteous. They are God's chosen people. And Hamas and Hezbollah and the Houthi rebels and all these people, they're the wicked, right? Islam is the wicked, and Christianity and the Jews, they're the righteous, okay? It's crazy, man. But sheeple, right? These simple people, they eat it up. And you can't tell them any difference, okay? If you talk to the average American, they believe Fox News. They believe CNN somewhat, okay? MSNBC. They get all the information from them, It's crazy, man. But if you know anything, if you have any kind of brain, you know that the small hats are really the evil ones. They're the wicked, okay? I saw a news clipping earlier today where they said that this is the deadliest war that the small hats had since they first got into the land in 1948, in which they had the 6-day war. They said it's to their level now. Okay? So they're doing a bunch of killing, man. They say about maybe, what is it? Close to 500 people got killed in like 2 days or something like that. It's crazy, man. So don't buy into this mega machine, right? This mainstream media. They're lying. The Smalls hats are the wicked, man. What the hell is going on? All right, so here we go, man. Okay.
The Iranians. So this is a fight between good and evil and between Israel and Iran.
A Hezbollah official says the militant group has entered a new stage of open-ended warfare against Israel.
Israel and Hezbollah are old enemies. Tonight they're in a new war, and the people of Lebanon are caught in the middle.
The strikes came in waves, one after another.
You can see smoke billowing into the air from multiple blasts. The Israeli military warning residents to immediately evacuate homes and other buildings where they say Hezbollah weapons are located.
Israel accuses Hezbollah of storing weaponry in neighborhoods and deliberately endangering civilians.
Now, starting this morning, the IDF has warned you to get out of harm's way.
The devil. The goddamn devil, man. This dude is full of shit, man. Hey, look, bro. You got people right now over in Atlanta, Israel, who are protesting this guy like hell. They're protesting this guy like hell, man. He's wanted for war crimes. They don't like this nigga, bro. He's a criminal. This is a fucking criminal, like old boy P. Diddy over here to the right of the screen, like P. Diddy. Him. He's a damn criminal, bro. But yet he's leading them, so-called, right? Prime Minister of Israel, bro. Get the hell out of here, bro. Esau's a damn trip, man. Benjamin, not a Jew. Okay? Go ahead.
I urge you, take this warning seriously. Don't let Hezbollah endanger your lives and the lives of your loved ones. Don't let Hezbollah endanger Lebanon. Please, get out of harm's way now.
Southern Lebanon awoke to this. It looks like all-out war.
A special state of emergency has just been declared in Israel after days of intense fighting.
This follows an Israeli strike in southern Beirut Friday, which killed a top Hezbollah commander.
In this residential neighborhood in northern Israel, the peace is fleeting.
Hezbollah firing war rockets into Israel after already launching more than 150 over the weekend.
When we heard the explosions, I was a bit fearful, more than usual. We are used to it, but it seems really serious this time.
Fears of a wider war in
Real quick, man. My only question to you small hats is this. Why is there so much war over there? When prophecy tells us that when the true Israelites get in the land, there will be no more war. But you've been at war since you've been in the land, pretty much. This is a telltale sign that these are not the Israelites. The Bible is clear, man, that it will be no more war in the land once Israel gets back there. So if you're calling these people the true Israelites, you're delusional and you don't know the Bible, okay? This is why I like to stress to, look, bro, trust prophecy. What does prophecy say? Stick to that, okay? I don't care about them being in the land. I don't care about them speaking some broken Hebrew. I don't care about them keeping the so-called high holiday they so-called keeping. These are not the Israelites. If they were, this would not be happening. Here we go.
In the region, now growing. The Pentagon says the U.S. is sending a small number of additional U.S. military personnel in light of the increased tension.
Tactically, this is a move upwards. This is an escalation of that conflict, which is regional and could become global. So really, this is a conflict with Iran.
It's interesting that Hassan Nasrallah, the head of Hezbollah, today was taunting Israel to invade. Go ahead, invade, because he knows that in many ways that would be a trap.
I think we're already in a wider war, and we have already been in a wider war for a year. There have been attempts to contain it. But as David was saying, once you start a war, and once you start exchanging fire with a group like Hezbollah, where does it end? Iran has already warned of, quote, dangerous consequences for what it called Israel's adventurism into Lebanon. Plus, as you mentioned, the West Bank, where there is a very large and growing problem with the Palestinians who are increasingly leaning toward Hamas, who feel that the settlers in that part of the country are taking advantage of this situation to steal Palestinian land. You have Iran that has attacked Israel. This could escalate very quickly into many fronts.
Derek, this conflict will certainly be a major topic at the UN General Assembly this week.
Absolutely. And on Thursday, I can tell you that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is set to speak here in New York. President Biden's scheduled to be here on Tuesday. The speech is happening at a precarious moment.
Israel's Army Chief of Staff.
Real quick, the speech that they're talking about is what? The summit of the future. That's what they're talking about. Okay. Now, this gonna be after the summit of the future, but it's all together, man. Okay. Don't let Esau trick you. Matter of fact, that was talking about this conflict today at the summit of the future, man. I caught a little bit of it, today at work. I was listening in to their live stream. And they was talking about this situation, man. So they're all, look, bro, these devils got some goddamn nerves, man. They're causing this stuff to happen to further their agenda, okay? They need chaos and all hell to break loose to justify their actions, all right? So real quick, from these two videos, man, as you can see, it's real in these streets. Okay, war is happening. As the Apostle Hart was saying earlier in his live show, in so many words, we are in World War III. It's on a small scale right now, but we are in World War III. We've been in World War III for some months now. Okay, it's it's serious. Just because things aren't jumping too much here in Babylon the Great on this scale, right? Don't get it twisted, man. World War III has started. The shit has gotten real, okay? It is real in these streets, bro. And eventually, it's going to lead to a massive war in which all of these nations will gather in the Middle East, and it's going to get deadly, man. So, going here to Zephaniah, all right, my first precept, Zephaniah 3:8, it says, therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, okay? These conflicts, right, these small conflicts and bombings and all these things happening is going to lead to these nations assembling, all right? Keep in mind, Hezbollah is a proxy for Iran. The small hats, they're pretty much a proxy for America in so many words, okay? The small hats is America's stronghold in the Middle East. This is why America defends them so much, okay? But if the small hats get into a direct conflict with Iran, right? Missiles start flying and they get deadly. Guess who's going to back Iran? The Russians, because they're allies with Iran. Guess who's going to back Russia? China, because they're allies of Russia. And therefore, they make them allies of Iran as well. And then they're going to back America, and so on and so forth is going to lead to a big, nasty war that's going to bring in the kingdom of heaven, man. Okay? This is the Most High working, man. All right? To us, it seems as if things are going slow, possibly seem like it, because we're bound by time. The Lord Yahweh, he is not bound by time, man. Everything is going exactly how he wanted to go. Okay? So these moves being made is to what? That he may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. So the Lord will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? As it says here in Joel chapter 2, right? You read Joel chapter 3, okay? Joel chapter 3. And I'll start here at verse 1. It says, for behold, in those days, and at that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, right? Which this is happening right now. We're being brought together by the word. All across the world, man, brothers and sisters are waking up to the faith. All right. So this is happening right now. It says, I will also gather all nations. So as the Lord is gathering his elect, he's gathering these nations for war. It's happening simultaneously. Okay. This is how the Most High God get down. So we know that we're in the last days, man, of the last days. Okay. It says, and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? Which is, in the Hebrew, is Yahweh Shaphat, which is a Yahweh's decision or his judgment, right? That's going to take place in the Middle East. It says, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land, right? So the children of Israel are not in the Holy Land. They are scattered amongst the nations, man. And the land has been parted amongst these heathens, in particular to Esau, man. You read Ezekiel chapter 36, verses 1, like to verse, I'll say to verse 7 or 8. It speaks about how these devils got the land. Also Ezekiel 35, right? And what what them small hats are doing over in the land right now, okay, they're trying to fulfill the greater Israel project, okay? This is them justifying them, bombing these people to grasp more land, okay? They have a goal in mind. The greater Israel project. Look that up. So anything they do, any bombing, they're going to find a way to justify it, man. But this is the Most High God working, okay? So next precept I want to get here is Joel 2:20, right? It says, but I will remove far off from you the northern army. Who's the northern army talking about? This is America's army, right? Babylon's army. It says, and will drive him, into a land barren and desolate. That's in the valley of Jehoshaphat over in the Middle East. It says, watch this, with his face towards the east sea and his hinder part towards the utmost seas. The east sea is talking about the Euphrates, okay? And the utmost seas is talking about the Red Sea. So if you go to let me see, Google Maps, right? I'm gonna show you something real quick. Go to Google Maps. Go to Google Maps. Okay, you traveled over here to the Middle East. Let me see here. Let me zoom out. I'm terrible at using computers, bro. Scroll over here. All right, scroll over here. This is the landmass it's talking about right here, okay? This landmass. This is where they're going to be dragged to, all right? For the War of Armageddon, okay? It's going to get real. As you can see, this is the Red Sea here, all right? And the East Sea was talking about the Euphrates, okay? So they're going to be between this here, okay? It's going to go down, all right? It's going to go down, man. It says, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he had done great things. So the Lord going to destroy this man, all right? He's going to be destroyed by Yahweh shining angels, okay? Esau's army, man. So the Most High is working, bro, all right? It is getting greasy, okay? All we got to do is remain faithful, all right? Remain faithful. Keep working on yourself, man. The Most High is getting down, all right? So moving on here. My next information I got video. This is from Tim Cass. And as you can see, it says, Chicago gangs threaten war against Venezuelans, illegal immigrant gangs. War is coming. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe the elder brother Karaktaza from the GMS Vegas camp, I think he did a lesson on this, which are prompted me to go into it as well. So I give him the credit for finding this, and so I just looked it up and I watched the video, looked up some stuff on it, but it's getting real, okay? And as he was going into in this video, it's pretty much putting a division between the tribes, which is a tactic by Esau, because these are all Israelites, but yet they're fighting each other when the real enemy is Esau. He's the devil, right? But Jake got so much animosity for each other, man, and want to shed each other's blood, But it's the curses, If it happens, it happens, all right? It's going to all lead to 2 Ezra 15 anyway. Civil unrest, hell breaking loose, man. So I'm going to play a small portion here of his video, bro, so that you can see what's going on. Jake is crazy as hell, man. All right, but here we go.
We got this one from the New York Post. Chicago gangbangers face off against newly arrived Venezuelan migrants. City is going to go up in flames. Indeed, my friends. That's why I don't live there anymore. I was talking to somebody from Chicago recently, and I'd seen this video where a food court I used to eat at was on some abandoned places social media channel where they're like exploring abandoned places. And I was like, hold on a minute. Is this downtown? And they're like exploring an abandoned skyscraper in Chicago. And I was like, dude, that's a food court. That's the food court. Holy crap. I mean, how do 12 to 13 restaurants in downtown in a big food court go to business? I don't know, but they're gone. So I was talking to somebody from Chicago, and I asked them, like, what's been going on? Is it really that bad? And they were like, dude, there's like 12-year-old gangbangers running around with handguns. Like, it is not good. Now, you're probably not going to notice these things for the most part, but for a lot of people, when I grew up in Chicago, yeah, I've been shot at a couple times. The fights over at the high school, people brought guns. Everybody was in a gang, but you got by. I don't know. I was talking to a couple of people from South Africa once, and I had asked them about, we were doing an interview with them. Is South Africa actually as bad as people say it is? And they said, it's not that bad, I think. And I think the guy goes, we've only been carjacked, I think, 5 times. And I was like, oh my God. Like, I'm from Chicago. I've never been carjacked. To them, it was normal. And the worst crime was the people who had been carjacked 10 times and then murdered or whatever. So for them, it was like, I don't know, we only got carjacked 5 times. I was like, that's actually bad. So I grew up in Chicago and we got by. Most of the time, you never saw these things. Although I did have a friend who said that he was on near 63rd and Cicero-ish, between Cicero and Pulaski on the south side. He said he saw one day he was taking out his garbage and he saw 2 people dragging a carpet with feet sticking out. We know what that means. And then I think it was the next day, the news reported they found a dead body. So that's Chicago for you. We got by. To hear people I know from Chicago now saying it's really bad terrifies me, because I thought it was bad back then, but we got by. I ended up leaving. Didn't think too much about it. I've been mugged before too. I was exiting at Independence off of 290, I-290, with some family, and we were just heading north when we're driving this way and a car's coming this way, and the guy just leans out the window with a gun and bang, fires right at us. And we like, what the? He didn't hit us. He didn't hit the car. For no reason, just shot at us. That's Chicago. Now with these
Yeah, bro. Look, man, I'm telling you, bro. You don't want nobody to put no gun on you, bro. Okay? The feeling that go through your body when somebody draw a gun in your face, I can't put it into words. That's some scary stuff, man. Okay? But in Chicago, Jake, I mean, they killing each other left and right, bro. You know, shooting at people, carjackings, you name it, it's going on, bro. All right, but having a gun drawn on you, bro, like all of your senses, like your hair stand up, like so much shit go through your mind in seconds. Like I remember this shit, bro. Like seconds, like shit go through your mind, like your whole life just, like damn. It's weird, bro. Like, it's a weird ass feeling because you know the power of a gun, man. And for these people that have access to all these damn guns and shit, bro, it's like, you know Esau behind it, man. Bro, you know Esau behind this shit, bro. It's weird as hell. But nevertheless, it's the Most High at work, all right? All this damn tension, all this shit happening, all this crime, these Venezuelan gangs, is all the Most High doing, bro. Like, no matter how bad it look, no matter, you know, how much crime happened, death happened, it's the Most High at work, man. Okay, so I'm letting it go a little bit longer than I'll move on.
Venezuelan gangs that are coming in, dude, it's about to light up. New York Post says, after serving 20 years in state prison for murder, former gangbanger Tyrone Muhammad never expected to return to the city's tough south side and find Venezuelan migrants and the criminal Tren de Aragua gang moving in. But Muhammad, 53, who's gone straight and runs a street patrol and violence prevention program called Ex-Cons for Social Change, says Venezuelan criminal gangs flooding shelters and taking over apartment buildings are the last straw for struggling African-American communities. He says they are furious at seeing government money going to what they call non-citizens. He's right. Quote, it's impossible to release gang members and criminals into our country through the borders and broken walls and infiltrate them in our country that's already impoverished and broken. Muhammad told the Post last week on the O Block, a stretch along South King Drive that's considered the most dangerous in the city. When the black gangs here get fed up with the illegalities and criminal activity of these migrants or non-citizens, the city of Chicago is going to go up in flames, and there will be nothing the National Guard or the government can do about it. When the bloodshed hits the streets, it'll be blacks against migrants. The latest figures show Chicago has spent almost $500 million over the last 2 years on more than 42,000 migrants who've arrived since 2022. Many have been given money for rent, food stamps, cards, and even cars. And some landlords have pushed out local African Americans because they can get more government money from housing migrants. Some belong to the one-time Venezuelan prison gang turned vicious multinational crime syndicate, Tren de Aragua, whose sources in Chicago told the Post are heavily armed, brazen, and spilling into areas of the South Side. Those areas are traditionally controlled by hundreds of entrenched gangs, from the gangster disciples and Black P Stones to the Vice Lords, Latin Kings, and Satan disciples. Oh boy, I can tell you all about the Southside Chicago gangs.
Yes, sir. So, whatever is brewing in Chicago, more than likely, bro, is going to get nasty. Okay. You may see soon here in the coming months, you know, where Jake is unaliving each other left and right in Chicago. And more than likely, it's going to lead to some so-called racial tension between the tribes, you know, blacks against Hispanics, and Jake on the internet arguing and nigga fuck you and nigga all blah blah blah, you know, just a bunch of madness, bro. Okay, but whatever, man. If it happened, it happened. Okay, but this shit is wild. Jake don't know who their enemy are, bro. They'd rather fight each other than fight Esau. And not that, you know, that I'm advocating for Jake to go into, you know, attack Edomites, but it's like, goddamn. Esau, if he slaughter you, you put down the guns and go protest. But let a nigga from 63rd kill somebody from 64th. Jake gonna slide, man. Jake gonna slide. See, Jake who live on 63rds, they're GDs. They're gangster disciples, right? And then Jake on 64th, they're BDs. They're black disciples, man. Like right around the corner from each other. You heard this guy, King Bun, all right? Right now he's in the spiritual realm. But in his songs, he always talk about how he's not from 63rd. And that he's from 64th, meaning that he's a black disciple. And the BDs and the GDs are at war. Still to this very day, you know, but it's a bunch of goddamn madness. That's what it is, man. Okay. And Jake just childish and petty, you know, whatever, bro. But if you niggas start unaliving each other, that's on y'all. Okay. That's on y'all, man. Goddamn fools. Moving on here. All right. This is from We On News, man. I'll try to let me see here. So you can see the name of this video. It says Europe floods wreak havoc with overflowing rivers, widespread power outages. All right. And it's been floods happening left and right, man. All right. All over the world. It's been floods and wildfires and droughts. Okay. Goddamn weather is crazy, man. But here we go.
Central and Eastern Europe is witnessing its first and worst floods in more than 2 decades, with Storm Boris wreaking havoc across the region. At least 24 people have been declared dead over the last week, with hundreds evacuated from their homes. Hungary is among the hardest hit. Waters in Danube River have hit near record levels. The flooding was caused by heavy rain that started last week and lasted for several days. Heavy rains triggered overflowing of rivers in several areas, which led to the waterlogged roads and submerged neighborhoods. Many areas experienced power outages. Tens of thousands of people were evacuated from their homes across Austria, the Czech Republic, Hungary, Romania, and Slovakia, as Storm Boris unleashed the worst flooding recorded in the region. The Czech Republic remains badly hit. At least 8 people are said to be missing in the flood waters, with intense search operations underway. The Czech Finance Ministry has allocated $1.3 billion in its revised 2024 budget to address flood damage. In Poland, swollen rivers have left buildings partially standing with torn facades. Army personnel and civil protection teams are working to clear debris and battered buildings, rebuild water systems.
Okay, so enough on that. Floods are happening, all right? And look, I highly suggest you go and look at what's happening right now inside of Brazil, man. All right, in the Amazon forest. Go look what's happening, bro. A goddamn shame. Okay. But the situation in Brazil, in the Amazon forest, is because of deforestation, bro. Believe that. All right. You still got to pay for that too. And the last thing I want to talk about here, man, before I close out, is this young Dolph trial, right? Is Dolph, how the hell you miss a whole 100 shots? Yeah, man, but I was listening to this trial this morning, man, you know, during the day. And one of the guys who helped unalive young Dolph, he ended up just telling his, he ended up snitching, telling his ass off, all right? And the other dude he was with just sitting back looking crazy as hell, like, bro, you really did telling on us? But they said that Yo Gotti brother had a $100,000 hit on Dolph's head, okay? And so when they went to unalive young Dolph, one of the dudes who participated, he said that he supposed to been got $40,000, but they only paid him $800 out of $100,000. So you see why he snitched for. If you ain't gonna pay that man $40,000, you gave him $800 out of a $100,000 hit. Hell yeah, he gonna snitch. And he ended up snitching his ass out, bro. Okay, it's crazy, man. But young Dolph was a goddamn nigga. Okay, and the Most High got his ass. Right? He got his ass. Now I'm not gonna sit up here in front like I don't. Like I wasn't listening to Dolph music. I did. I'm from Mississippi. I live 2 hours from Memphis, Tennessee. So I grew up on Dolph music. Okay, I ain't gonna sit up here and be a hypocrite. But he was a nigga. Okay, and he bragged about escaping judgment plenty of times, man. This isn't the first time that Dolph was shot at or being shot. Okay, he'd been shot before too, multiple times. But he made it through. This time he didn't make it through. All right. But the time that he made it through, he made the song 100 Shots. I'm sure maybe brothers out there maybe heard it before. It's called 100 Shots, in which a van he was in that was bulletproof got shot up 100 times. But he didn't get killed because no bullets penetrated the van. And after that event, he made a song called 100 Shots, talking about it, bragging about it. But the Most High got the nigga, man. Okay? And look, I'm going to tell you something about Memphis, Tennessee. Okay? Memphis, Tennessee, to me, in my experience, them are some of the worst niggas in the world. Okay? I don't give a damn. To me, them niggas in Memphis are the worst niggas, bro. Peep this, right? Think about the worst niggas you met in your life. Now imagine a city full of them niggas. That's Memphis, Tennessee. I can't stand Memphis, Tennessee. I hate them niggas with a passion. I always hated them since a teenager. Because every time I went to Memphis, niggas trying to fight, niggas shooting at you, trying to rob you. I mean, it's every goddamn time, bro. And so I stopped going to Memphis because there's always some whole shit going on, bro. Jake don't give a damn, bro. And the dude in the they asked the dude in the trial, they said, hey, look, man, what was going through your mind as you was doing this shooting? He said, nothing. He said, all I was thinking about was getting some money. And you can tell that Jake is kind of like, you know how Jake is, bro. Jake kind of slow a little bit, just a nigga off the street. He said that the dude came and got him from his daddy's house and they knew that Dolph was doing some turkey giveaways, and so they finally caught up with him, and they cooked him at the cookie store, But I'm gonna play this video here, man, and I'm gonna close out, all right? Because Jake is crazy, man. But whatever, This is nigga activity.
Topping your news later at 4 today, explosive new allegations this afternoon about the murder of Adolph Thornton Jr., known as rapper Young Dolph. That trial got underway today in a Shelby County courtroom. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Alex Coleman. April is on assignment. Justin Johnson, also known as Straight Drop, is accused of shooting Young Dolph outside a Memphis cookie shop almost 3 years ago. But today, prosecutors told the jury it was actually a man known as Big Jook who ordered the hit. They claim Big Jook was high up a record label, CMG, a rival of Young Dolph. Big Jook, who was the older brother of well-known rapper Yo Gotti, was killed earlier this year outside a Hickory Hill nightclub. WREG Shay Arthur has been in the courtroom all day and is live with the latest details. Shay, what have you learned?
Alex, I just stepped out of the courtroom just a short time ago. That testimony is still ongoing. It's really been going on really this entire day in this highly anticipated trial that really so many, just not across Memphis, but across the country have been following. Young Dolph, loved by so many here in the Bluff City. Security here at the court, very, very tight. There's extra police officers up inside there around the courtroom. You have to go through 2 metal detectors to actually get inside that courtroom. And the prosecution and the defense, they've been telling some very different stories about who is to blame here in the rapper's death.
Justin Johnson, one of the men accused of shooting Young Dolph outside a Memphis cookie shop, sat stoic in court. Shelby County prosecutor Paul Hagerman painted the picture of the day of the crime for the jury, who was brought in from out of Shelby County. Hagerman says Johnson, an aspiring rapper known as Straight Drop, shot Dolph along with a second man, Cornelius Smith. He says the shooting comes after a $100,000 hit was ordered by Big Jook, who was high up at CMG, a rival record label and the older brother of rapper Yo Gotti. The contract hit was arranged by a third man, Hernandez Govan. Investigators say Govan would seek out new talent for CMG and also provided drugs to Smith. The jury was shown the moments Young Dolph was killed outside Makita's Cookies. Hagerman said to Johnson and Smith the shooting was, quote, just business.
What we watch up here is so quick, and we watch it and we call it violence. That's a man with a family and with a life who's laying at the edge there in the yellow, riddled with bullets, dead. We watch that and we call it violence. For Cornelius Smith and for Justin Johnson, it was just business.
But Johnson's attorney says his client is innocent, saying there's 2 sides to every story, and Govan was using Johnson.
You like to exploit. You like to exploit young rappers, like Mr. Johnson. He brings no skill to the table, but you're going to hear testimony about how he intended. It was his sole mission to get a 30 to 60% piece of Mr. Johnson.
Shelby County District Attorney Steve Mulroy was also present, speaking to us about the trial finally happening nearly 3 years after the shooting.
Great anticipation. I mean, this is the culmination of a lot of years' work, and there's been a lot of work done by our staff at the DA's office and also by law enforcement to bring the people responsible for this tragic killing to justice, and that's what we're going to do this week.
And Alex, really, so far in the case today, beyond those explosive opening statements that we heard, those accusations there from the prosecutor, we also heard from the sister of Young Dolph, along with one of his former security guards. Currently, right now, Cornelius Smith, he is the second man, along with Justin Johnson, accused of shooting Young Dolph there in front of Makita's Cookie store. He's currently under cross-examination by the defense. We'll hear from him tonight at 5 o'clock. I'm going to go back up there in the courtroom. I'll bring you the latest back then at 5 o'clock. For your news leader, we're live downtown tonight. Shay Arthur, WREG, News Channel 3.
All right, Shay, thank you very much for that.
Okay, man. So there you have it there. All right. They didn't play the part of Jake snitching, man, but it's posts all over social media, man. You know, it's crazy, bro. But this is nigga activity, so you get nigga prizes. All right. But whatever, I'm gonna close out there. Lord willing, it was edifying. And the water to you, brothers and sisters on the comment board, helping me out with the audio. I don't know what the hell going on with that, but yeah, man, shit was weird. Trying to make sure it don't happen no more, but that's why I can't. That's why I can't mess with these niggas. Crazy. Yeah, they crazy. They crazy, man. They crazy. Yes, sir. Jay goddamn crazy, man. For the 2 Kings 13:3, and I beheld him low, that man was strong with the thousands of heaven, and when he turned his countenance to look, all things trembled that were seen under him. Right, Yahweh shot. He come back with the angels, man. He gonna do business, So, once again, man, Lord willing, edifying at the water to you, brothers and sisters on the comment board, whoever tuned in, man. Praise Yahweh, Shem Shai, by Hashem Chakadash. Shalom.